get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
Welcome everybody to a very special edition of What If, live from the AV Showcase at Lord's Cricket Ground in London, which, yes, is the home of cricket, but it's also the annual home of Peerless AV, and the showcase just seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year and better every year. And my favourite addition this year is this wonderful podcast studio, which is sponsored by the wonderful people at Shaw. And I have literally nabbed two of the most important people in the Peerless team. Sorry, Keith. Would you like to introduce yourself, Richard and Shah?
Well, do you want me to go first, Shah? Because normally, you have to take the limelight.
I'll let you at this time.
Oh, really? Well, so I'm Richard Billings, Regional Director of Sales, and to my right is the gorgeous Chalene. What's your job title these days, Shah?
My job, by the way, flattery will get you everywhere. My job title is Director of Sales for UK and Ireland, and I've been at Peerless now going on 23 years.
That is amazing.
That
was before I was born.
There you go.
And if you believe that, you believe anything. Incredible turnout today. I know having the sun always helps, but honestly, the sun always shines on Peerless. Well, how do you order that? That's what we all want to know. How do you get the weather every time?
Do you know what? You might not have said that yesterday. You've seen the rain. We're just really lucky. We are very lucky. We host it in May, which is not always good weather, but the sun is shining down on us. We've got great attendance this morning. Even before the doors were open, people were queuing up. So we're very proud of this event that we put on. And we're only as successful as we are because of all the partners and the relationships that we have and all the brands that are here. We have 6 new brands maybe this year. So humbling, really humbling that people want to be a part of the AV Showcase and make it what it is.
And obviously when you come as an attendee, as I have done since you started, it all looks perfect and it all looks smooth and it's all, everything is where it should be. But what's the real story?
Do you know what? I'm going to hand over to Richard for this because he's been here since Sunday doing setup, so he's probably in the best position to answer this.
Oh, it was a dream. Yeah, everything worked brilliantly. First time, plug it in, no problem at all. No, I mean, look, there's a lot of work, not just the physical work of installing the products and making sure all the partners have products that they need. It's all the planning, and the planning really starts, as soon as we finish.
Yep.
The one show, the planning then starts straight away. So, and in any showcase like this, it is all down to the planning. Get the planning right, and then everything runs smoothly. So.
And in terms of adding the podcast studio, which I think is an amazing addition, of course I would. Whose brainchild was that? Who's taken the credit?
I will.
Can't take the credit for everything, Richard.
Why not?
Do you know what? I think Becky had instrumental part to do with that. We have a great team at Peerless who are always bringing new ideas to the table. I think one of the things we have to think about every time we do this event is what can we do different year on year to keep those people coming through the door. So between Becky, the product management team, Keith, sales, we all have an investment, a voice, I think, when we're doing the planning and going through that planning stage of what can we do better, what can we add.
I love that.
What's gonna drive people. We want to put the event on, but we have to think about who's coming through the door and what do they want to see in here.
Nice. And for me, obviously, my podcast is all about inclusivity and diversity and bringing people together, but also not everyone can get to Lord's on a Tuesday or Wednesday in May. So it's really nice to have some content that will live out there, that will go out to people who can access us. And if nothing else, they can hear the buzz that we can hear ringing in our ears, because there is an amazing buzz today. So we're not in a cupboard somewhere. We are actually on the show floor, and there are a great number of people coming through the doors, and it just seems to be a steady flow. So I can see the entrance where I've been sitting for the last hour or so, and I have seen non-stop people coming through, and it's great. It's really, really good to see. Other shows aren't as well attended, so what's the secret there? I'm not going to name them because that would be mean.
No, absolutely. And I think it's only when you put on a show like this you have a newfound respect for anyone that will try and put on the show. So as we've already said, it's a lot of hard work, and we were very lucky in 5 years ago, just after COVID, the industry was crying out for a showcase. So we stepped up, we decided to put one on. That was going to be a one-time show. But from the success of that initial show, we were then asked to do next year and the year after and the year after. We never set out to do, multiple shows every year. It wasn't our planning. So I think part of the success has been, that initial COVID show, and then every year has just got better and better. But as Shah has already pointed out, we wouldn't be able to do this without the partner brands that have come on board and supported it. And at the end of the day, our industry is still very much a small family feel environment.
It's all about the people.
Exactly,
100%.
It's all about the people, and that's what we've tried to create here, a small gathering of, well, you can see here, it's people talk, friends talking, people enjoying themselves, having a good time. That's what we've tried to create.
And I think after the first year, as Richard said, we were only going to do it for 1 year, and we decided to do feedback forms and spoke to all of our manufacturers to get a feel of, because we might think it's great, but we need to hear from the people that are investing in us as a brand and supporting us. And we did some feedback forms, and one of the questions was, would you want Peerless to put on the event again, and would you attend as an exhibitor? And we couldn't believe the feedback, how positive it was. That led to us subsequently having,
As well as the day job, right?
as well as the day job.
And that's the thing, that you all have real jobs. You're not events people. You all have other jobs. You've got to keep the business ticking over at the same time.
100%.
And it's credit to how you all work as a team, because we see you constantly, smiles on your faces, nothing to see here, everything is perfect, and you've got that down. You really have, all of you. What's your measure of success? Obviously, I can look across and say, oh, it's really busy, that's really good. But what's, for you personally, how do you measure this as successful?
I think for us, and I'm sure Richard would have his own opinions, but I think for me, it's, do our visitors come and get something out of it? Do they see new technology? Do they network? Do they have conversations that they need to? Some people don't get to every event or can't travel to certain events. So for us, it's, are we delivering a show that's enabling our visitors to get something out of it? And that comes down again to the relationships we have and conversations we have after we put on the event.
Nice.
To get feedback to make sure that it's still worthwhile, for everyone's busy. So to take a day or two out of your schedule when we're all trying to hit sales numbers and do our day job, as you said, we've got to make it worthwhile for them. And that's how we measure success. Some people will say numbers through the door, that is a part of it as well, but have our visitors got something out of it?
Yeah. And any sneak previews of what we might expect next year? What is it?
Oh, are we doing it again, Rich?
Ask me next
Any
week.
secrets? Any you heard it here first moments that we could share with people listening?
We couldn't possibly share that with you.
Oh, they're tight-lipped. Keith's got you well trained. It's an absolute pleasure to speak to you both. Thank you so much. I know that you've got a busy schedule and you've got lots of people to keep happy. So thank you for taking time out. I hope you get some lunch. Hope they feed you.
We'll try. Listen, thank you for being here, and thank you for having us.
It's a great addition, and I'm sure it's going to be really well received. So thank you all.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough,
this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up